I want to introduce my colleague, Fred Akshar, who has been a leader in these issues. He has been out fighting for the people of New York State, not only in his district, but statewide. It's my honor to introduce Fred Akshar.
Thank you, Senator Young, for that warm introduction. You know, one thing that I hear when I travel in the southern tier and across this great state, and quite frankly, before I even stepped foot at the state capitol, was that some in Albany are addicted to spending. And I've seen that long before I arrived. And I want to applaud my colleagues in the Senate Republican Conference, because it seems to me that sometimes they are the only voices of reason when it comes to getting spending under control. And they've been fighting year after year to keep spending under 2% and cut spending where and when appropriate. And now, as we face a very difficult economic forecast, it's easy for some to point fingers at the federal government and pass blame to everyone under the sun, but some in New York State government need only look in the mirror to find an appropriate place to point that finger. We rank at the bottom of the list when it comes to the business climate. We rank at the bottom of the list when it comes to taxes and affordability. But there's one place where we're number one, and that's in out-migration of people. Last year, more than 190,000 people have left this great state for another state. That is the largest net negative state-to-state migration of any state in this great nation. It's one statistic that I am certainly not proud of, and I know that nobody up here standing today is proud of that. Our state's motto, Excelsior, ever upward, I would argue that this is the opposite of that. So New Yorkers are leaving this state by the tens of thousands, and it's not because of the federal government. It's because they can't afford New York's taxes. They can't afford New York's abysmal business climate. Other states have promised opportunity, a promise that some in New York have continuously broken with their tax and spend addiction. So what do? I'll tell you what we can't do. We can't sue our way into a better business climate. We can't litigate more affordable taxes. We need to be proactive. We need to do our part and make New York more affordable and create a better business climate. So I'm happy to serve with these men and women standing up here, because that's what this conference has done in the past, and that's what we will do again starting today. It's the very first legislation we seek to take up, because this conference is the conference committed to controlling state spending and controlling taxes. We need to send a message of hope to all New Yorkers and businesses who haven't left, but are still gutting it out every day in this overtaxed and overregulated state. We need to pass and finally enact a 2% spending cap into state's law so we can responsibly manage the budget deficit in every budget going forward. This self-imposed effort has already saved New Yorkers billions of dollars. We need to make the property tax cap permanent. This, too, has saved billions of dollars. And I think, quite frankly, it's time we did a little bit of self-reflecting and ask ourselves one very simple question when we're dealing with issues that are important to our constituents. Is this a want or is this a need? As lawmakers, in my humble opinion, that is our obligation to the hardworking families of this great state. Only then can we right the ship and put our state and communities on a path to affordability and prosperity. Let me be clear. New Yorkers deserve nothing less. Thank you.